get in front. Oh, and it's a bass. Oh, yeah. Sweet, nice one too. Got to use the net on this one. Yeah, look at that. Look at that, folks. Pretty sweet. Nice. Is decent bass. Once again, sorry about not getting the camera on right away. Still trying to remember which one does what. Got us a nice bass on the Bagley switchblade. With some perch blades on it. You can switch the blades out depending on what's going on. And that's a decent bass after measuring. Too hard, but he's a fish. He's a fish. Check off that move. Nice pickerel on a monster. A good first fish. Huh? Welcome to New Old School Fishing, folks. I'm Dusty. Thanks for coming along. We got us a fish. Fall in Pennsylvania at one of my local lakes. And about a half hour, caught me a fish. He didn't hit hard, but he did hit. And my hands smell like fish. I know, weird thing to say, but it's a good thing when you're a fisherman. So. See what I can get to work. I've had a lot of trouble with my cameras. And got out my old retro fishing boat. This thing's from the early 80s, maybe the 70s. And it's caught a lot of fish. Dug it out, dusted it off. Could use a power washing, but fine morning. It's supposed to be really toasty today. But I got to figure out a way to work out all these issues with Mr. GoPro. Phone's been pretty good. Beautiful sunrise in the morning. Kind of hoping to see Mr. Beaver out here, but I ain't seen him this morning. Being a little sleepy today. Or tonight, I guess, for him. Sure is pretty out. On my phone now. You can leave me comments in the comment section which you think you working better. Sure would appreciate it. Well, folks, now I'm trying out the point and shoot. Thanks for coming along, and thanks for putting up with me figuring this all out. Fish aren't too cooperative yet, but I ain't been here 45 minutes maybe. That fish I caught it on one of my old retro rods, Eliminator. Well, I guess I got it upside down. Tough to read that way, isn't it? Eliminator by Daiwa. Probably 30 years old on my Skeet Reese reel. Not as old as that, but pretty old. Had it for a long time. Love the artwork on it. Love how it handles. I love this big handle. I mean, this thing is oversized. You can get a grip on that sucker. Yeah, that's what I was using when I caught it. Got my old retro boat out. I guess I'll have to get the phone around here and take some video of that. And dug it out, dusted it off, got it out here. Seems to be working pretty good. Caught a lot of fish in this boat. A lot of good times with my son. And what he used, I don't know how many owners it's had, but I know the last owner caught a lot of fish in it. And so have I. So we'll see if we can get another. Let's get at it. Well, here's the fishing boat from up on the dock. Caught a lot of fish in this thing, and the guy that owned it before me caught a heck of a lot of fish in it. Good old school V-bottom fishing boat. If I can get the name on here, it's the Fisher. Fisher Marine V-bottom fishing boat. Pretty cool deal. And there's my rig job tripod with different cameras on it, trying to get that all worked out. Old tackle and old gear, old rods, and old Minn Kota autopilot. You might be shocked to know that these things have been out for 35, somewhere in that range when I bought this. And then to do the wrist controller, which is, let's see if I can get that out here, on my wrist, you had to add on this piece on the side. It was an extra. So you had the autopilot, just worked on a switch, and then the wrist controller allowed you to steer it, which that still works. The autopilot, well, when I first turned it on, it was working alright. It's kind of cantankerous and old like me, and it got shut off. It's still nice to have the wrist control. So, and the motor still works. Got some geese over here. Man, what a beautiful day. The fish are just about doing their thing. I mean, they are coming up and showing themselves, at least the pickerel are. And get out here, see if we can't catch somebody. Still getting some hits and some looks, but waiting for them to wake up. Fishing one of my old rods. Got two of these, Team Daiwa Power Mesh. I think, can you see that on there? Oh, here we go. Power Mesh rod. And by Daiwa. And as you can probably see in this thing, I hope you can see it, there's all these dings and scratches and broken in fractures on this thing. I tried to show this before on a video and it didn't really show up on the GoPro. Seeing how it works on the point and shoot here. I've had this thing for 35 years. Probably bought it the same time as that Eliminator rod. I got two of these and I just love these two little rods. They're about 5.5 foot. But I mean, I put them through the ringer. And we tend to buy the ugly sticks. I mean, they hold up. My wife doesn't bust them when she sets stuff on them or steps on them. And that's actually how I ended up getting ugly sticks, just like the commercial. My wife busted two of my rods on a camping trip. Walked into the camp store and he just got the brand new ugly sticks in. Two different ones. I think a medium and a light, or maybe ultralight and a light, something like that. I still have them, still use them. My son was just fishing with one in Canada that I originally bought at that camp store. So, but anyway, these power mesh deals hold up just as well. So if you run across one in a yard sale or a state sale or whatever, pick it up. Because I mean, tough. This one's actually made for walleye fishing. Not bass fishing or pickerel pike fishing. It's actually a Team Daiwa walleye rod. Jig, weight forward spinner. Never fished one of those. But I mean, I can't even tell you how many fish this rod and its sibling have brought in over the years. I just love these little dudes. So, thought I'd show you that. Let's get back to fishing, you know. Got my double trouble spoon on. First fish I caught on this was a monster, at least for us, 3-foot pike. And caught another pike on it. And then of course I like to try a lot of different stuff out, so I didn't stick with it all that long. But when I first invented these things, rig job I think is what you call it, when you put some of your old fishing tackle together and see if it'll work. But yeah, just put 2 different spoons together, regular, almost like a Daredevil type spoon, and then a Johnson spoon behind it. They're coming up and taking a real fast look at it as they fly up there and not bite it, but I've only caught one fish so far this morning. I've been out here for about an hour and a half. Supposed to be a beautiful day. It's October, and hopefully they'll wake up and we'll catch some, or I'll find the thing that they just can't not bite. But I'm kind of pig-headed, so I'll stick with this for a little while. Because it's kind of neat to make stuff yourself and then catch fish on it. And after catching that nice pike on it, got some confidence, serious confidence in it. There's some seriously big pickerel in here, and I understand there's still a muskie or 2 swimming around this place. They don't stock them in here anymore, but still lurking. Got one. Trying to film that pretty tree over there. Oh, well, I had one. I guess I'm back to filming the pretty tree. Had a pickerel on, and while I was fiddling around, he got off. But it is a pretty tree. Well, getting out my fish trap. This is the original one I got off of eBay. And done pretty well out here with it on bass and pickerel. Red and white. And it's made by a guy named Carl Larson. Back in the 1940s. Yeah, been around longer than me. Yeah, they made them then. Pretty cool little deal. It's weedless until somebody bites on it. And then it releases that treble hook, and boom, you're off and running. Let's see if I can get it to do it one-handed here. Boom, down it comes. And you got your fish on. Just did real well with these up in Canada, and did well here, out here in my kayak, out my tricycle. So we're going to see if we can't catch us fish on that. Maybe sometimes you throw something a little bigger. Trips them, triggers them, some kind of instinct or something. They're supposed to like bigger stuff in the fall, so this is a 1 ounce spoon. They sell a smaller one. I'll probably get some of them for Christmas from my son. He seemed to enjoy fishing these. Pretty cool little deal. And frankly, I never heard of it before until I found one on the eBay. And I gotta try that out. And they didn't even call it a fish trap. I think they called it an automatic spoon. But the proper name is a fish trap. Carl Larson. I know you never heard of him either, but you will now. And we're about to catch fish on it. Caught an 18-inch bass pretty close to the boat right here. Probably a couple months ago. A month and a half. And so I know they work. Caught 4 fish in this lake on this guy. They only used it once out here before, so let's get at it. It's supposed to be chowing up in the fall. It's October here in Pennsylvania. And See if we can find somebody that's fattening up for the winter. Chomp us on a spoon. Seems the Bagley has come through for us. The Bagley switchblade has caught us a pickerel. Sorry, I was a little slow to get the camera running. Kind of sleepy. All toasty out here in the sun. He ain't real big, but he bit the main hook. You little guy. But it's a fish. That's only the third one I've had on, second one in the boat. Hoping to wake me up a bass. But it's so nice, it's hard not to be happy. It is just as nice a day as they come, at least for people. Not sure the fish agree. See if we can't catch another. Alright. I believe we have somebody on here. Hard to tell when you get filming with the camera. I think we got somebody up here. So I get in front. Oh, and it's a bass. Oh yeah. Pretty sweet, nice one too. I'd have to use the net on this puppy. This one too. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that, folks. Pretty sweet. Nice bass. And thumb. There it is. Decent bass. Once again, sorry about not getting the camera on right away. Still trying to remember which one does what. Well, we got us a nice bass on the Bagley switchblade. And with some perch blades on it. You can switch the blades out depending on what's going on. And that's a decent bass. After measuring. Always neat when you can catch them on the old discontinued lure. I've seen them on the eBay. And if you could get him unhooked. Pretty decent, eh? Decent fish. Try to get me in this frame. GoPro's got such a wide angle, it's tough to, how far to stand away from regular camera. $20 inches. Pretty sweet. I've been casting for a long time. So to get a 20-inch bass who is filling up the frame, I guess I need a little bit further back from this camera. Sweet deal. Gotta love it. On my eliminator rod and my skeet reese reel and my Bagley switchblade in my old school boat. Sure glad I dusted it off. Got out here. It's a toasty, warm, nice day. That's the first bass I've seen, so that's promising. Maybe they're waking up. That'd be a decent deal. See if we can't catch another. Or is getting pretty out. Next week, I'm guessing it'll be really good color. But this will do for today. Pretty sweet. Well, folks, had a great morning. Caught some little pickerel and a huge bass. Got to try a lot of different lures out. Got to get my old boat out. And been sweet. Thanks for coming along. If you get a chance, give me a like and a subscribe. Sure would appreciate it. And comments would be welcome. Could use some comments so we know how to adjust all this. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Ain't that pretty? It's fall. Man, it's nice. Nice to be out.